Sphinx, take out the Murmillo, and take out the Chariot of Valos. It's incredibly easy. Okay, so Sphinx, go, right? I would have really preferred, wait, what's actually happening? I would really prefer to see the upgrade Cryo Sphinx go before Slingers, just because you have the resources to do so, and you're going to be using your Sphinx before you get that Cryo Sphinx anyway, so if you're getting a Slinger, so it makes the Sphinx that much more powerful, and it's only a couple of Slingers delayed before you get the Slinger stuff pumping. However, it was the choice of our player to delay Cryo Sphinx. He wants to build up a little bit of an army before he pushes out. I'm quite happy with this army, so he's going to be pushing down here. Valor has been cast, so we know now it's going to take about 30 seconds or so for, oh wait, is it a minute and a half before the thing goes up. So, rule number one in the step to winning against Uranos, especially he did go for a booming strategy here to get the second town center because he believed we were going to fast strike, so this is sort of like a feigning strategy, but however, rule number one, we wait. We need to have a little bit of an army before we push out because Uranos can pump out units so fast. We have to wait. So we're going to wait until about 7 minutes, 30 minutes before we push out. We push in, we're going to push off this gold line as soon as possible. So what's happening now is we have a commanding army here. They don't yet have Cryo Sphinx, but I believe it is being researched. It's not being researched. Sad times. Sad times. Okay, so we're pushing in here. We've got this Pharaoh in our army to pick off all of these Prometheans. It's important to always be microing him onto the Prometheans. And we've also really done well, pushed off this gold line. Okay, so where is Swags going to move now? Well, we have picked off some army. If we're looking at the supply count, 70 to 115. It'd be nice. It's simply to pick off this town center. It's not protected. You have 4 Sphinx. They'll be able to pick it off. You can do it. It's really easy. However, he's going to go for this base. Now, what's important is Eclipse being cast, right? There's a reason why we're casting Eclipse here. There's now 17 damage and it's going to completely destroy this town center. But there's another reason. So very motive for casting Eclipse apart from just making these Sphinx more powerful. If we check, let me just pause. We check the God Powers. This God Power right here is Shockwave, right? I believe it's 3 seconds of the Shockwave goes down and it's just going to be that much harder to really deal this damage that we need to do. Take out this town center. So not only do we have an advantage of having all these Sphinx out, but also we have the advantage of preventing our enemy from using any of his powers because we have all these God Power blocking GPs, right? God Power blocking God Powers, whatever. So the town center does go down, and at the moment you're in the most commanding position that you can be in ever against Uranos, right? Yes, you're down in age, he has gone for a fast heroic. Had he not been going for a fast heroic, he might have had more army, he might have been able to put up more of a fight, but really the same principles apply. You should still be able to push in and should still be able to do a lot of damage. Anyhow. So what's actually going to be happening, right? Narcotic is going to be scrapping. So when you're ahead, as I say, you just need to keep on pushing forward and getting more ahead. You can't just say, okay, I've done enough damage now. Convert that damage you've done into some other form of play. Like, I've killed off some villagers, I'm going to get an upgrade because he's lost some village, he can't really do anything. I've killed off a town center, I'm going to build a town center for myself because he has to rebuild his own town center, so it's sort of like equaling out. These are the things you have to be thinking of. Swags notes did pick up a town center. He's going to build a town center of himself, extremely smart, and he's going to continue from there. He's sitting at 115 out of 115 supply, so that's something you also have to note. He didn't want to get that town center before he was sitting on max supply. Now we know that this town center is over here, and we know that our enemy doesn't have much supply. Why are we going to be taking out this location, and what's the point in killing off all these production facilities when we could just move over here and take out here when he has no units? Those things you have to sort of think about. Killing off production facilities isn't the most important thing ever. It's not the most important thing. So, like, what you can do is use your knowledge of what your enemy has and then start abusing that. We know our enemy has no units as he's not attempting to defend. So we should start pushing over here, and we should and we can pick off this town center right now. If we attack right now, pick it off, we'd win. Like, the game would be done. And those are the points in the game where you have to notice that you can do that, makes you go, gonna do it, gonna make it happen. But however, that doesn't happen, and what we're going to do instead, which is also smart, I'm not going to take anything away from it being smart, it's just a little bit more dangerous, and there's a little more mistakes which can happen. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to start booming. We know where our head economically, I mean, we know where our head militarily, so we're going to use that advantage to our, that fact to our advantage, and we're going to convert it into economy. What he should be doing right now is stopping production right here, not producing any more units because he doesn't need to, because he's not going to be trying to take out this location because he's taken it too long. It's been too long. He needs to stop producing units and simply just casually build nothing but villages for the next minute and a half, 2 minutes, grab 4 town centers in the middle, and simply control the game. However, again, it's just not the smartest decision making for our Ra player. The fact is, the strategy is what's good. What is good about the strategy is that he's got those Smith units which couldn't be dealt with in the early game. Can't be dealt with in the late game either. So they also got Crowd Sphinx. They should also get that next upgrade. But he's not going to do that. He's going to come in here now. He's going to know, well, this choke point is just a bit too severe for my 5 pierce armor axeman to deal with, right? So he's going to have to pull out. Can't push in here. So you're going to have to say, okay, I may have wasted too much time over here trying to destroy this location. I'm going to have to start gathering another town center or going to the heroic age, and it looks like he doesn't quite have the resources to do so. He's spamming farms in his rain to get that economy going a little bit stronger, but really what he's noting here is he has won, and it's just a matter of closing out the game. We've won, we've got to close out the game. So we're going to look at how is a safe way to always close out a game. Noting this fog of war, this isn't a safe way to close out the game. We have no idea what's going on over here. We don't know that those villagers just slipped past here. They're slipping past here. They can come over here and they can build this town center up really easy. We don't know that we don't know how town center's over here. The town centers could both be over here for all we know, right? So scouting to close out a game is really important. We know we have a military advantage, so we can sacrifice 1 or 2 units just to scout out the rest of the map. We don't know what's over here. We don't know that there's all these villages here, all these villages over here. So why not scout over here and then pick off all of these villages and win like that? I think what I'm just trying to get across is that when you're ahead, know what's going on, because you can make sure you know what's going on, okay?
Gary.
So I believe, 1 second. I love having parents. So sorry, what was I saying? Okay, so now he is scouting over here, and all of these villages can be picked off, but again, he hasn't scouted at all, so we're worried at the moment. We are actually worried. There's a massive army coming over here, so we actually do need to retreat back over and protect ourselves from this army. Okay, so what's he actually going to choose to do though? He can pick up these units and try and put some pressure on over here and see what happens. He has stopped producing the army as well, and I've completely lost my train of thought. What am I saying? Okay, I was talking about scouting. Okay, so basically, when you're closing out a game, it's all important to scout, move over here, check what is going on, okay? Check that the map over here isn't being taken, check that the map over here is safe, check that the map over here is safe. Checking over here is not safe, you don't need to do that. Also preventing this town center from going up obviously is also something you should also be trying to do. But what's going on is the more this game goes on and the more Swags is not getting more town centers, is the more that he's getting behind. Like, that's super important there.
Into Garrett.
But the fact that he's just so far ahead, that's what matters. I don't believe there's much more you can really learn from this game. We saw the strategy and we saw like how to execute and how to use that strategy to our advantage.
Into
Obviously, the market goes down. We're going to go to Mythic Age. He's choosing to go to the Mythic Age instead of get more map control. It's not a bad choice, but it's also not 100% good either. Getting map control and getting that town center is always going to be more important than teching. If you're behind town centers and you can't get those town centers, then teching is obviously the choice you should be making. But like, he's not behind in that regard. So
and
again, there's little skirmishes going on, little things like that. So hopefully, what's made sense in this game is we're abusing stuff like these Sphinx taking out town centers, and because the opponent can't really do anything about it. Okay, so basically, Narcotic's just playing for a Titan. He thinks he can get a Titan out. Gets that Titan out, he might be able to sneak a win, but he's just so far behind that it really doesn't matter. I'm really running out of things to say that are smart in this game because the further this game goes on, the less smart the player's getting. It's kind of funny how it works like that. Have a nice villager massacre. There you go. That seals the win.